I'll try to make sure I actually start the audio recording too. Is that this show that I forgot to do that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
This is the only one you record now because I do radios late.
Yeah, which I'm a couple weeks behind on that now. Okay, it does say we're live. Although, why is this thing showing? Let's refresh this. Hey, look, it says we're live. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this, so I can see the chat that maybe no one will be in. I'm gonna hit tweet. I'm gonna hit tweet. I tweeted it out. Everyone is tweeted. Tweet, 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 tweet.
Tweet, tweet.
Yeah. Okay. So let me get the music box open.
We should almost use the Yeah, it's dumb.
What's that?
Well, we could use the posting system of Dayspace to post the live video, as long as we had the live video link.
Oh.
And send people over there.
Yeah. Maybe so.
Maybe.
Okay.
Sounds stupid. Sounds like a waste of time.
Okay. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna hit record and play, and then you get to start talking and stuff. Record and play.
Shelves are full, and what's on them often forgotten. Sad games and some other media silently cry out to be played again, and given the attention that they deserve. This is why John and Dave get together each week. They force each other to take one of these sad games off the shelf, dust it off, and give it some love. Their discussions of games and other game-related topics will surely go off the deep end, but they always pay homage to those that are shelved and forgotten.
It's Shelved and Forgotten, an episode that will most certainly be forgotten by all three listeners of this show. My name is Dave Moore. Joining us is my main man, my man on the internet, Johnny_Casino.
Hi, Dave. I feel that for some reason the music was coming through real soft and it wasn't earlier.
It is. It was really soft.
But I don't know why technology. I have a feeling it's like I have these different windows open and maybe one of them is also trying to do something. I don't know. Math is hard.
Math is hard.
Yeah, that's what I learned from Parks and Recreation is that math is hard. Hi, Dave.
You know what I'm doing today? John?
What are you doing today?
See The Incredibles 2.
Is that out?
Comes out tonight.
Oh, no way. You know how so there are movies I have been trying to see in the theater and so I was going to go see the Avengers movie in the theater and then I got sick and then we actually had babysitters set up and everything. Not babysitters set up. Our kids were going to friends' houses for the night and we're like, oh, we could take advantage of this. And then I was sick. And then we wanted to go see, I still haven't seen Solo, which I want to see in the theater.
It was okay.
I mean, I still want to see it in the theater. It's a Star Wars movie. You have to see it in the theater.
Oh, now you have to see it in the theater.
No, you always have to see it in the theater. I've never once claimed that's not the case.
This comes from the guy who, when we bought, The Last Jedi tickets, we're freaking out. The tickets were available. John was like, yeah, who cares about Star Wars?
You don't got to see it day one, but you have to see it in the theater, right? You got to see it on the big screen.
And there's no spoilers in episode 7 at all. None of any kind.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, so we want to see that, but now we have to worry about babysitters, which is going to cost us $15 an hour. And you're looking at probably 4 hours of being away total. At least 3. It just gets so expensive. But with The Incredibles 2, we can take the kids. Here's the issue. Today is the last day I have off and home, where I have a full day off, and I'm in town. The last day for 3 weeks.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's premiering at 6 here. You're probably going to have a hard time getting 4 tickets.
There's enough theaters around. I'm sure I could find one, but it's not in the cards. It's not what we plan to do. So, because I think also because we didn't know it was coming out today.
It's going to be great.
I hope so. The first one was good.
First one's really good, and it's been long enough to justify a sequel.
Well, I mean, you say that, but like, there's been other ones where the first one was really good, and then they wait a long time, and then Finding Dory comes out, and you're like, eh. Like, it's
I
not
mean,
bad.
I liked Finding Dory.
Yeah, but like, it
I
wasn't
don't think it was great. I don't think it blew my mind.
I would hope not.
No, but it was good. Finding Dory is good. I wouldn't say it's a bad movie.
No, it wasn't a bad movie. It was just not, I don't know. Like, it was nothing special.
But Finding Nemo was like on that caliber of like, this is one of the greatest movies ever made.
I mean, it was really good, but greatest movies ever made? Like, that's a,
I think Finding Nemo is at the top of that animated list. Somewhere.
I mean, it's
I'm not
definitely
saying,
above
I'm not saying,
everything. It's definitely above all the Toy Stories after one. Because even though his kid gets kidnapped, or yeah, effectively kidnapped,
and his wife gets killed and all their children except for one.
Yeah,
by a barracuda.
Still less depressing than the Toy Story movies. So I don't know what to tell you, Dave.
He's the only person who says this.
God, those movies are so depressing. Anyway,
Dave, God, I hope that they do more of a guy who sues Mr. Incredible for trying to kill himself, and then he saved him. I hope they do more depressing things like that in this movie. I'm counting on it.
By the end of it, like all the Incredibles just like lock themselves in a bunker and like, oh, we're done.
And it starts burning around them, and they all hold their, hold hands, and they all get teary-eyed a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, what are we talking about? A cult here?
I mean, we're talking about Toy Story 3.
Yeah, God, that movie. Anyway,
love that movie. It's one of the greatest animated movies of all time.
I think we need to get you on some antidepressants at this point.
Only really, truly horrible Pixar movie that they ever made, except for Cars 2, was The Last Dinosaur. Or the last, whatever that movie was with the dinosaur.
The Good Dinosaur?
Good Dinosaur.
See, I never saw it, but I think I heard decent things about it.
No, it's bad. It's really dumb. It's really boring.
I mean, but is it like, would a kid like it?
No. It's too dark. It's too dark and boring.
Okay.
There's not fun colors.
There's not
Nothing
fun
happens.
colors.
It's depressing.
Oh, man. I was going to tell you about something that I've been watching, and now I cannot. Oh! So speaking of watching things, before we dive into video games, because we do have a lot of video game talk today, which is a bit unusual.
That's unusual.
So when I'm at work, I often need just like a show to put on. And so I was looking for a show that would be light and funny and didn't have to pay too close attention.
So Radio Islam.
Yeah, so Radio Islam. So I stumbled across, because I kept hearing this and I kept hearing someone talk about it. I don't think I mentioned this before when I was talking to you. But I started watching Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
I've heard good things about this.
So I would never recommend this show to anyone, because you have to be the right person in the right mood to enjoy it, right? Like you're going to have two camps of people that just like really think it's funny and others that really hate it, because throughout every episode, there's at least 2 or 3 musical numbers, but they're like super funny.
I've heard that it's funny. It's a comedy. So the musical numbers are funny.
Yes. And they're like absurdly funny. I really like Garfunkel and Oates, which is a comedic, music group. And it's a lot of the songs are like that, and it's so funny. And here's the weird part: like they definitely edge up to like right on the edge of like raunchy comedy at times, but then like cut it just at the last second. So like where they're going with it, but they don't say it. And what's funny about that is it's a CW show, which I didn't realize. So
Jonathan's in love with CW shows right now, guys.
That's the problem, is I hate CW shows, but I keep stumbling across like these like random ones that are like oddly stand out, or I hate myself for liking.
Yep.
So
anyway, John really likes them a lot.
If you like some stupid comedy mixed with some non-stupid comedy, check out Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. It's actually pretty funny.
Okay. What are you drinking today, John?
It's just coffee. Coffee in
just coffee?
Yeah, just coffee in my Mario mug. About to move to water. No booze this morning. That's a little early for
So-
that, Dave.
Oh, is it? This
Yeah.
time it's too early.
Well, I'm not coming off the night shift. I woke up this morning.
Oh, I played a game this week, John.
Oh shit!
And guess what? Here's what's even more exciting. I liked it.
Okay. The big reveal of the episode.
I played Trials Fusion.
Oh yeah, that's a fun one.
Yeah, this game is great. Motorcycles, leaning, tilting. I don't know if I've gotten the hang of it. I'm pretty good at like surviving, but I haven't gotten to the point where like I'm, flipping 12 times to get bonus points yet.
Yeah, that's a good one for, okay, like this is what you got to do to get the gold, and like really setting out to do it. Like it makes it, at least in the earlier stages, it makes it a little bit of a challenge. Like a lot of times it's like a certain amount of time and like no deaths, right?
Right.
But that's a good one for that.
No, this game is really, really fun. I only knew about it thanks to E3, seeing that them showing off the new one. What are they calling it?
Oh, I don't know.
Trials.
Was it the one that was on the Nintendo? The Nintendo stage?
It was on the Ubisoft
Oh,
stage.
that's right. The guy comes riding in on that motorcycle or on that dirt bike, right?
And then he like fell or whatever.
No, he just like stepped off and let it drop. Which, I mean, like I don't know. Like I wouldn't do that to my motorcycle, but whatever. It's a dirt bike.
He was also very awkward.
Yeah, he was an old, overweight dude, right? Like that's not the guy who rides dirt bikes.
Yeah.
They ride motorcycles.
But so they're making that new game.
yeah.
And I had seen this game years and years ago. People were just playing it. I had no idea what it's called. So I wanted it, never found it, saw them showing this game off. I'm like, oh, that's what that other game is called. Because it's definitely a sequel to that. I'm going to buy it. $6.50 on the Xbox store.
You hear the worst part?
What?
Is that game has been a free game on both systems sometime in the not too far past.
Yeah, I believe it.
Because I want to say like maybe last month it was free, or either this month or last month it was free on PS4, and
I don't have PlayStation Plus, and I also wouldn't have wanted to play it on PS4.
And I've had it on Xbox for a while. It must have been a free game on Xbox at one point.
Well,
it's worth $6.50 though.
Yeah, it wasn't expensive. Don't care to spend $6. Who cares, right?
Yeah.
Totally worth it. Great game. Happy to have a game that I like right now that's new, or at least new to me.
So here's something though: is there's the different motorcycles, and some of what you unlock, but some you can only use certain motorcycles on certain stages.
Okay.
And there's a unicorn, but we have yet to find the stage in which you can use the unicorn on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it pisses Ryan off quite a bit. Like he wants to ride that unicorn on a stage, and we cannot find the one that allows it.
All right. When I unlock it, I will let you know.
Yeah, I've had too
Did
much.
you buy the season pass?
Did I?
Yeah.
No. Oh no. I just got whatever's free. Like, and I haven't played it in a while because for there was a period of time when that was kind of my I have 5 or 10 minutes. Let's do a couple runs. But now I've got so many other things.
I see it. It's the kind of game I see it being.
It would see, and that's another one. And I know people keep saying this over and over again, but it would be great on the Switch because you just like bust it out of your not out of your pocket because no one carries a Switch in their pocket, but you can just grab it out of your bag.
Well,
and
that's why
do it.
That's why the new one's coming to Switch.
That's tempting then. Depending on the price, I don't know if I want to pay $60 for it though.
I wouldn't pay $60 for this ever. I'd pay $20.
If I liked it enough, I'd consider $30.
Yeah, but that'd be about my max.
Yeah, definitely.
Just because it's not that in depth.
No,
It feels like a mobile game that actually has some control, and that's why it's fun.
I don't know if I really got the mobile game feel out of it. I mean, like,
Anytime I'm trying to get like medals, like 3 stars or whatever things sound like Angry Birds, I feel like I'm playing a mobile game. Anything with quick runs like this,
yeah,
where it's determined based on your ranking and how well you do and things like that, feels like Angry Birds to me, and that makes it feel like a mobile game.
So how much time have you put into it?
Like an hour and a half.
Okay, there
I'm
gets
still
to be
getting
some
the hang of it.
there gets to be some pretty tricky stages. I think I think Ryan and I have gotten into like the third area, like the third sets of levels. And there's some that like I can get through, but trying to get through without wrecking, or you get like where you're on a four-wheeler and some of the jumps are become more difficult to make. And so you end up like
Okay.
chopping your head off and stuff, although it doesn't really come off your body, sadly.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I love this game.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
You play games, John?
I did. So I got into a conversation with Ben on Generation Gamers about how I never really put time into a Fallout game. And I told him because I owned Fallout New Vegas that I would make another attempt at playing Fallout New Vegas. So I did. I streamed it a little bit hoping that like someone would hop in and talk to me and make me like help me enjoy the game.
They didn't.
Ben was there for a little bit and someone else like came in and said hi, but like nothing that really helped. So then I took it to work with me, and it turns out like on my Surface 3, if I cut the graphics down far enough, it'll actually play that game because it's old enough, like it's 2010 or whatever. And I'm playing this on my computer. And I got some really good deal on Steam a while back. So I tried playing it. So I put, one, I didn't put enough time into it, but two, I didn't enjoy the time I put into it at all. So
I don't like this game. I played this. It's the only Fallout I've ever tried. I did not like it.
I didn't like it. I was bored to tears. And it was early on, and everyone's like, okay, that's not enough time to put into a game. And I get that. Like, I get that 2.5.
No, but here's Forza Horizon 3 has the greatest opening of games of all time.
Oh, yeah. No,
I
that
think I
game.
can say that confidently, and that's why it holds your attention. I need a good opening, and I need it to be fun and understandable and somehow teaching me to play the game, but not slowly and dumb, right?
So in Fallout New Vegas, I like the way the game starts for anyone who hasn't played it is it's telling the story of how you're a carrier, you're taking stuff someplace. It's obviously after all the Fallout and everything happens, and you get jumped and they steal your stuff and beat you up, and you're trying to find out like who did this. So you go to this town, and like that's the start of it. So you're like, it's getting an old westerny kind of feel to it a little bit, and whatever else. And you go have these conversations and stuff. So yeah, it was kind of a boring.
It feels
beginning.
like you're in a side quest, like a boring side quest, the minute the game starts.
It does, and I don't like side quests. I've determined, and I think I've said this before, but I don't like quest-based games, right? And
I think I'm with you on this.
And I don't think I'm super big on open world games either a lot of times, although I really enjoyed Zelda, so maybe it's just got to be the right kind of open world game.
Try Forza.
I will. We'll get to that later. Like that will come
I
up
know
in this
we will.
conversation.
But I want to confirm once that we'll get to it. John,
well, hold on.
I hate that game. I want to like Fallout New Vegas because I thought the idea of being in like the rundown Vegas would be cool. I thought the setting was neat. I thought Fallout was kind of a cool thing. Then I played it and I got bored right away. And then I was like, nope, never gonna play this because this seems like a waste of my life.
Okay, so here's the thing. And this is where I have to lead into this because I played something else because of this. Also,
Yeah, you played that Fallout 4, didn't you?
yeah. So because of this, and then the announcement with Microsoft that Fallout 4 was now on Game Pass. So when they announced that, and I'm sure we'll touch a little bit on Microsoft, but I don't think we'll dive too deep into it because you have your other Microsoft show. But I downloaded that. I downloaded The Division because why not?
Let's be honest, John. Microsoft's the only one who has anything to dive deep in about.
Yeah, we'll get that in a minute. I got to tell you about how this Fallout 4 thing went. But anyways, I downloaded Fallout 4, downloaded Division, and then I ended up downloading Elder Scrolls Online because while I was playing Fallout 4, Sean made a comment in the chat about, hey, let's play this together, and I don't know if he was joking or not. So I was like, oh, I might as well download it, and if he's joking, then whatever.
I think he's serious. I don't think any of us are gonna enjoy that game at all.
No, probably not. But I'm willing to like give it a try one day if we can all get on there together. I just don't know when because I'm so freaking busy. Maybe when I get back from out of town.
There's like a 3-hour solo quest we have to complete though by ourselves before we can play together.
And it's all online too, huh?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so it's supposed to be bad weather, and I'm working a lot coming up here soon. So if I take the Xbox to work with me one night, I'll try to get through that.
I probably won't even get through that. I'm going to be completely honest.
So
I'll install it. I'll try. If I get through that, I'll play.
yeah, I have a feeling this is the one that's going to get uninstalled and not too terribly long. So anyway, so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give Fallout 4 a try because I've been wanting to play it, knowing that I would not like it, but it keeps popping up for like 16, 17 bucks brand new, right? The different like things. And I'm glad I didn't jump on it like I almost did recently because now it's free. Or it's on Game Pass. Chelsea, it's her favorite game ever. I think Sean liked it. Ben likes Fallout. So I'm like, okay, guys, I'm going to give this a try. I'm going to stream it. I literally streamed it so that Chelsea could watch and tell me what to do. And I knew she was going to be working. So I get on and start streaming it a couple nights ago. And I start playing. Like I had got the opening of this is much better, I think, than New Vegas. Because in the opening of 4, like you're in this town, and then all of a sudden, oh shit! Now I got to go run to the little deal, and you run in there, and then like you. I guess it's not really
Stuff
spoiling.
is happening.
Yeah, well, I guess it's not really spoiling because it's literally in the first few minutes of the game. But you from inside this like capsule, you watch your kid get stolen, and your wife get shot in the head, and then you come out and you're out in the world, right? And then the game starts. So Chelsea was watching. Sean was watching during part of it. And then my sister shows up at our house because she was going to be helping out. So she was sitting there like hanging out with me while we're doing it. And I was drinking. So you mix all these things together, and I had a really good time. Now,
Okay.
it's a Fallout game. The combat is Fallout. And here's where I've determined my issue is and why I don't think I'm going to be able to play this game long term. I've promised people that I will give it a few more hours chance. But here's the thing. Switching weapons sucks. Like, you can't just hit a button and scroll through your weapons that I found. You have to, like, you can put them on, like, your favorite spots, but then you have to, like, hit over to it and then hit A to select it, and you're in the middle of combat at this time, right? 2, the combat, they use this thing called VATS. So you hit a button, and it slows down time, and then if you could pick how many shots you do, but you only have, like, a certain amount of VATS. And if you run, it uses that up. And like, so let's say one shot will use a quarter of your VATS. So you can shoot 4 shots, and then you have to wait for it to build back up. So during that
I don't
time,
like this.
Yeah, well,
I've done this. This is a New Vegas. I didn't like this either.
Yeah, and during this time, you can just shoot, like you can just aim and shoot. But I didn't think the aiming and shooting felt that good. And these guys are super fast. I died so many times. And I had like Sean and Chelsea just like laughing at me. So
good for them.
No, it was appropriate. Like I suck.
I'm with you on this, John.
But
Game sucks.
But
I'm Fallout 4.
I'm giving it more of a chance. I'm gonna play it some more. I want to put 3 or 4 more hours into it and see what I think. If I can get into it, then I'll play it more long term. But I don't know, man. I don't think it's gonna stick with me.
I mean, basically, you've confirmed everything that I hate about Fallout New Vegas to tell me I don't even want to install this.
I like it more than New Vegas, but the combat system is still
say
bad.
A lot.
Yeah, and you get a dog. I mean, that's kind of cool.
Good. Obnoxious AI to follow you around that's probably broken.
It's okay. It's not bad. It goes and attacks people and stuff like that. So, yeah. So I've given it a try. I did not like New Vegas. I'm hoping to like 4. We'll see how much time I get to put into it. Because really the only time I can play that is at night when I'm not working the night shift and I don't have to get up too absurdly early. So we'll see. Hey, Dave.
Okay.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, John.
Hey, E3 happened.
Hey. Yeah, that was boring.
There were some good parts.
There were some okay parts.
Sony.
Tell me. Oh yeah, Sony, the absolute worst thing I've ever seen in the history of E3.
So yeah, wasn't good.
This is worse than Nintendo. This is worse than Nintendo just bringing Zelda.
Yeah, but okay. So there were some highlights though. I thought, like watching the
Sony,
watching the trailer for The Last of Us. I did enjoy that. because I do really want to play that, The Last of Us 2. Although I freaked out my daughter because she was sitting on the couch and then that trailer came on. And I was like, this is probably not good, but I don't want to just like literally kick her out of the room and I'm going to sit here and watch this. And then it got really bad really quick. And then she went into the fetal position crying on my couch. So that was a thing.
Oh.
Yeah. Neo 2.
That seems dramatic for that trailer.
She did not handle that well. Neo 2.
I don't think it was that bad.
It opened up with like so they're kissing, which is all nice and sweet, and then all of a sudden there's a knife in someone's neck and like gore is pumping. Like when it was the gameplay, it wasn't that bad, but like that cinematic was pretty gruesome for a kid who already has a hard time with anything scary at all. Yeah, I done messed up as a dad right there.
All right. She'll remember it. She'll play that game someday because people are going to regard it as one of the greatest games of all time, and she'll eventually play it when she becomes like.
She won't care about games.
18 out of curiosity.
She won't care about games.
She was very curious about the other things that happened in that trailer, I'm sure.
Not a conversation for this show.
It's for apparently a parenting podcast.
Yeah. So Resident Evil 2, I'm pretty stoked about this. And I need to talk to Adam Leonard because he got to play
another game I won't play.
Okay, here's the thing. Like, Resident Evil 2 was the first Resident Evil game I played. And I remember sitting on the edge of my bed because my bed was like 2 feet from my TV in my room. I remember sitting on the edge of my bed, lights out, like buddy of mine just sitting there playing this game and just scaring the crap out of us. And that made me fall in love with horror games.
Okay.
So I am excited for it. With it being a remake, the controls will actually be good compared to all the old Resident Evil games that are so hard to play right now. I'm excited for that one. What did you think of Spider-Man?
I wasn't impressed.
Were you?
And that's kind of the worst part about it. It's like it looks fine, but I was like, how is this any like the parts that I enjoyed? Like I'm like, oh, this looks like the last Spider-Man game I played. Like I'm hoping this will be better, and then they do those real-time events, the button presses, and I'm like,
yeah,
like they've seen a bunch of those in previous trailers, so I'm like, I just don't know how to feel about this game. Like I feel like it's gonna come out, it's gonna review like at like a 7. It's gonna be the last PS4 game I play.
Dude, it's gonna review well. It's gonna be one of those games that people love. I just don't know that it's for me.
I like seeing all the villains. That's really cool to see him fighting a bunch of them at the same time.
I'm not big on the combat. Like,
I mean,
I don't like that style of combat that much.
Just like Batman.
Yeah, I didn't like the Batman combat, and I love Batman.
Spider-Man's combat's cooler though. It's cooler to watch.
Maybe, but will I enjoy playing it? Like, and that's what worries me. Like, this is not something I'm going to buy day one. This is something I'll get when it pops up on sale or when one of my friends has it and lets me borrow it. Speaking of which, I found out a buddy of mine was given God of War, but he doesn't think he has a lot of time to play it right now, so he's going to lend it to me, so I will get to play God of War. Very excited about this.
I'm going to play it, I guess, because I need a PS4 game that I like, and I probably think it's okay by the end of it. Spider-Man did not impress me, and I was so burned by the entire conference already that I was like, yeah, I don't even care.
Well, I wonder, though, with the Spider-Man game, like, will you be able to just be like, screw it, I just want to go swing around the city? Because that could be fun.
We've kind of seen that, but not really, which also concerns me, because that's the best thing about Spider-Man 2. It's just kind of swinging around doing stuff, getting money.
Yeah.
Like there's that opportunity to do things that you don't have to follow the story. It's that open world thing swinging around is what's awesome about that game.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, I don't know, man. I don't have a lot of confidence in this being what I want it to be.
No, I get that.
I also still don't like the white symbol on the suit.
Oh, really?
No matter how many times I see it, I'm not into it. I decided.
I really don't care. Like that is not something that means anything to me.
I mean, they said there'll be alt costumes and stuff, so it'll be fine. But like, I see that and I'm like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I'm not into it.
I don't think anything really like big else came out of Sony. I mean, they showed Control, which I don't remember anything about it, but I remember thinking, well, that looked good.
I already forgot.
Yeah, and then obviously Death Stranding, which neither of us care about at all.
Oh my God, Death Stranding is an awful game.
What's funny is you and I were messaging during the Sony one, and it was hard for me because I ended up having to watch it on my phone because it was too much going on, and the kids kept going everywhere, and was like, screw it, let's put it on my phone and watch it. So like I'd have to like wait till you text message me and it dropped down, and I could like slide that down on my phone and actually send the message off because I couldn't go to my texting app.
Yeah.
I remember you like making comments about how it's a walking simulator and all this stuff.
It is.
It made me laugh pretty hard.
It's a walking simulator. They didn't show us him doing anything except spinning a weird thing around, running from a weird monster. It's just a guy walking around. All the actual gameplay was literally just a guy walking around, climbing a thing.
Okay.
It would be like if Zelda didn't show you like paragliding off that thing right away and then fighting some dudes. It would be like if Zelda was just him like kind of like slowly walking around Hyrule.
Yeah, that'd be no good.
Oh God, that game is gonna be garbage.
Okay. Let's look at Nintendo.
Oh,
actually, first of all, and I should have started this conversation with this because I think there's one that most people missed. I think there is a conference that most people missed that everyone needs to go back and watch.
Yeah, Devolver Digital. Here we go. Here's John's rant about Devolver Digital.
Did you watch it?
No.
Then first of all, shut the hell up. Secondly, go back and watch it, right? So all of their last year and this year, and I'm assuming years before, I didn't see any ones before this, they have this person that comes out that's supposedly like, I don't know, some high-ranking position in the company. She's really an actress, as it turns out. And she's hilarious. And the whole thing is a spoof on everything going on in the video game industry. But man, they showed some games that one looked really cool, and two, just like their whole thing was so funny, and it made fun of everything. And it's only 20 minutes long, and like every moment of it's entertaining. Whereas like a lot of these are showing 20-minute long videos and nothing in them are entertaining. Like you've got to give Devolver a chance. Like it's like, whether you ever play any of their games or not.
Don't worry, we're here. We're gonna have everybody move from this weird tent over to an actual auditorium. So we'll be back in just a moment. I know we've only showed one game and it's been about 27 minutes, but we're just going to have to make sure we can move everybody from one theater to another. We'll be back in just a moment here after this one commercial. All right, guys, we're back.
Hold on a second.
And we're seconds away from this thing. People are sitting down.
Okay. Is that what they did? Is that what happened to Sony? Is that why it was that big thing? They moved everybody?
Yeah, they moved everybody. They had everybody in a tent only to play that stupid little banjo for The Last of Us 2, show that one trailer. Then they had everybody get up and move to another theater. I didn't
realize that. Like, I wasn't paying that close of attention to realize they moved everyone, and that's why there was that awkwardly long break.
Oh, my God. It was awful, John. It was the worst. It was worse than the EA conference, and that's not a joke.
Yeah.
Like, that is seriously not a joke, and that's disgusting.
Oh, man. I did not realize that.
We're here. We're gonna move everybody. All right, we're seconds away, guys. I promise. We're seconds away from showing you 2 more games. We've only got 4. Okay. Don't expect any heavy hitters. They literally said this.
Okay. Let's leave Sony alone.
No, let's not.
No, I'm not saying let's give them a pass. I'm just saying like let's.
Sony does not deserve forgiveness for this.
No. Don't forgive them. Just
I hate that console. I think it's a piece of garbage. And then they couldn't even show me games, John.
Dude, I still love my PS4.
They couldn't even show Spyro on their stage.
That's funny.
I had to go watch it somewhere else. IGN showed me Spyro. God, I hate IGN as well.
Okay, let's get something that was actually maybe enjoyable, even though maybe not what people are hoping for. So Nintendo
announced 2 games.
They did, but they showed a number of things. So they showed some more of Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. I'm still debating on it because Ryan wants this. This is the first time he's seen it. was in this conference, and he wants it, and I haven't determined because I think as far as a Pokemon game, this is going to be the one that'll be good for him. I think it's a good entry into it. It seems like I have not decided if I'm going to get that for him or not at some point. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. They showed they like an expansion. They did show a new Mario Party. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah.
So,
I wanted to be excited.
so
and then I'm not.
I have loaded up my Best Buy cart with games. I have not pulled the trigger on these things, but I've loaded it up because I still have the Gamer Club for, I don't know, some amount of time. I'm not sure when that runs out for me. And that
Super Mario Party looks okay.
So for us in this house, I think it's a game that Ryan and Amy and I can all play, and Camille maybe, I don't know. But like I think it's a game that we will play together. So I think it's worth it.
Yeah, but what was the thing with the two Switches where they were putting them together?
I don't think that's something you have to do, but I think there are some games where if you have multiple Switches, you can do it that way. On a park bench.
Yeah, I didn't quite understand what was happening there. It was neat, but
I think it's one of those things where like you'd have to watch a more extended explanation of it and not just like a trailer where you see people doing it.
yeah.
But it I don't know. It looked good. I plan on getting that Overcooked 2, which Overcooked is super good, but I still haven't found time to play it with enough people to finish it.
Except Overcooked 2 has online play.
Does it?
That's what they said. They said play with friends online.
In that case, if the right people tell me they're getting it and we can schedule it, I will probably pick that up at some point. 'Cause I'm assuming it's only going to be like a $28 game or so.
Right.
That's a definite possibility for me.
That's why I didn't pick up the first one. I was never going to play it with anybody.
I got it because like Ben was over and Amy is there and we're like, hey, let's play it. So I'm like, oh sure, I'll pay it. I think it's like $15 or something. Hollow Knight looked okay. That's one's been out for a while. Fortnite is now on the Switch, which I know you don't care about. Here's the only thing. Here's the only thing I will say about Fortnite coming out on the Switch. Right.
Is that if you're logged in on your PSN account for Fortnite, you can't play it on both?
Actually, there's two things I will say, to be honest. Okay, so one is that, right? So I played on Xbox, so I was able to go on, make sure everything was set up through Epic, and then log into my Epic account on my Switch, and all my progress, because I actually had the Battle Pass and stuff, all that stuff carried over to the Switch, and which is nice because like I took Amy to an appointment yesterday. And I sat in the car while she was in there. I hotspotted my phone and I played, 4 or 5 rounds of Fortnite just because it's something I can do for short periods of time, right?
Right.
And all my progress was still there. But
But if you had logged in on your PSN.
Yeah. So I'm glad that when I started playing Fortnite, I started on my Xbox because had it been on the PlayStation, nothing would carry over. And so Nintendo, I don't know
And
if
it won't work. It literally won't work.
Yeah, it'll block you. Right, you have to make
Yeah.
a new Epic account. But so Nintendo kind of took a stab at Sony with this. It was like, hey, like it's gamer centric. Like we're here for the gamers, and we think it's great when everyone can work together. And then Sony basically says we have 80 million people that can play together, so we don't think we need to do it that. Like I had the quote pulled up somewhere.
Oh my God, Sony! They're getting so cocky, John.
It's not. Yeah,
You know what the PlayStation 5 is? You want to know? I'm gonna call it right now.
Okay.
So it's the next Wii U. They keep making things like this, and they keep having conferences like this. If they put everybody in a tent again next year and then move them to show them the PlayStation 5, I swear to God.
Okay, so here is what Sony said. We're always open to hearing what PlayStation community is interested in to enhance their gaming experience. With more than 80 million monthly active users on PlayStation Network, we've built a huge community of gamers who can play together on Fortnite and all online titles. We also offer Fortnite crossplay with PC, Mac, iOS, and Android, which I don't understand why they offered that, but won't. Like, once you offer cross with PC, why not the other ones?
Right.
Expanding the opportunity for Fortnite fans on PS4 to play with even more gamers on other platforms. We have nothing further to add at this point. Like, it's just like they are literally just saying, screw you, other consoles. Like, we
Yeah.
don't have to, so we're not going to, regardless of how bad it makes us look.
I'm gonna sell my PS4.
I still really like my PS4.
I think I'm really just not gonna play Spider-Man. Like, I really feel like I'm at that point.
Um,
Like, do I even care at this point?
I don't know. Okay, so Smash Brothers.
Smash Brothers Ultimate. I like the title a lot.
Do you care that, like, so I was listening to something and they're like, look, man, it's a giant port, but it's a port of every single Smash Brothers into one spot. That doesn't
Right.
bother me. I'm also not like a huge Smash Brothers person. Ryan is so stoked about it. It was slightly disappointed when he found out it's not coming out till December.
December's a really long time away, and I don't feel like I have anything to play between now and then.
I mean,
So that's my biggest thing that came out of this.
yeah, it is cool though that all the players are coming back.
No, it's great. Like, it's gonna be a great game, and we'll get DLC and we'll get new characters, and it'll be fine.
And so, what did you think what did you think about the way it was shown?
It's weird.
See, like,
I wanted more. I wanted character trailers.
Yeah, but they did show a lot about the characters. Now, they showed it in like a technical form, which for me didn't do a lot, but I appreciated how they did it. And for people that play the game, like Ben is like super technical into the game, like it was perfect for someone like him. And then Ryan even enjoyed just sitting there watching it happen.
You know what they continue to do that drives me nuts?
What's that?
They do GameCube controller support, but they just don't make wireless Pro Bluetooth GameCube controllers.
Well, did you see that the new GameCube controllers they're making are actual GameCube controllers? Like they're not USB ones?
They did that with Wii U too.
They
I have one. I had one right next to me before. I don't now, but it's just another GameCube controller. Plugs into your GameCube. Works just like a GameCube.
See, for me though, because I have a GameCube that I actually use from time to time, and I would like to have a couple, like maybe 2 more controllers. Now I can get another good one. But the funny thing is, you still have to buy that stupid adapter.
I just want them to make me a wireless Pro controller GameCube controller.
Yeah,
And they can sell those to me for $70.
I have recently.
That's fine. I'll buy 4 of them.
Oh, that's a lot of money. I recently considered getting another Pro controller, and I haven't done it. So last night, my brother-in-law was here, and that was my wife's brother that she always played Mario Kart with back in the day. He's the only one she played video games with or whatever. So she's like, I want to play Mario Kart with him while he's here. Well, there's going to be 4 of us, and 2 of my Joy-Con do not work very well, like if they're not hooked up to it. Funny enough, it's the gray ones that I didn't buy with the system. And anyway, long story. They work fine when they're plugged into it. So I was like, well, I need to make sure we have 4 controllers. Well, luckily, I have enough random things. So my wife was using the Pro controller. Ryan was using the Joy-Cons on the grip. I have the little device where I could hook up a Xbox controller. So I had that. So my brother-in-law was using an Xbox controller. And then I have my Nest 30, my little, I think I've shown this thing to you from 8BitO. So I had that. And it was kind of funny, like looking around and seeing like each of us had completely different controllers. But because of that, I guess I don't really need to spend the $60-$70 on another Pro controller, even though it's a great controller.
Yeah, but then you wonder, you're like, yeah, but the next time we have 4 people playing Mario Kart, do we want this convoluted nonsense?
I mean, I did okay with that. With the worst of the controllers.
It's always fine. I'm convinced I'll play Smash with the Pro controller and it'll be okay.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I have the GameCube controller adapter. I bought 2 controllers when the thing came out. I had 2 GameCube controllers that came from my GameCube.
Yeah.
So I have the GameCube controllers and the adapter. Like, I don't need them. But even like hooking those up to the Switch feels like a pain in the ass.
I mean, you plug 2 USBs in, pop, pop, done.
Yeah, into the very light dock holding my console. Yeah, and then I have to run wires across my very large living room.
Yeah, that is true. If someone gets too excited and pulls on it, your Switch is going to go flying.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. You know what? Ryan is okay with just using the Pro controller, so I will just never let him play with a GameCube controller.
Yeah, and if he's never played with it before, he'll never care. He won't know.
I mean, he's played with one before because he's played Smash on the GameCube, but
Yeah.
not that much. I mean, normally he's playing with like the Wii U gamepad. Um. Anyways, that looks good.
I just think they should make me real Pro Controller GameCube controllers.
Well, and that was the thought. Like there was a thought that some company was doing that, and it looked like they were going to be USB ones.
I want wireless.
Well, yeah, with all the motion and all that stuff, like you want like a full out Pro controller that happens to be shaped like a GameCube controller.
Yep.
Yeah, I would be down for that. If that happened, I would buy one.
I don't know why it's impossible.
It's not. They just haven't done it.
Right.
Okay, here's the game though I want to ask you about. Because I have it in my cart, but I think I'm going to end up taking it out. But I really kind of want it, but I know it's also a slippery slope.
Okay.
And that's Starlink Battle for Atlas.
I'm going to buy that game.
Okay, so you are not the person to talk me out of it.
No, I'm not. I'm going to buy that game only because I need something else to play.
Okay, so part of it's that. It actually looks okay. Like, it looks like...
No. It looks fun. It looks legitimately fun, and so I'll probably buy it.
And if you get the 20% off, it's only like $60.
It's only $50.
It's 75. It's 75 without the discount.
Why is it a $75 game?
Because it comes with the game, and it comes with the Toys to Life part, and it comes with like the controller adapter. It comes with 2 characters.
Controller adapter for what? What is this? What are you talking about?
Starlink Battle for Atlas? The one that's going to have Star Fox in it?
Yeah, it's the space game.
Yeah, it's a Toys to Life game.
It's the space shooting. Oh. I thought it was just a space shooting game that had Star Fox in it.
No. This is why it's a slippery slope, right? Because it's the newest thing.
You might have just talked me out of it.
Okay, yeah, so it's $75, right? With the 20% off, because like I said, I still have Gamer Club. It drops it down to 60, which isn't terrible. But the big part of the reason I want it is if you buy the Nintendo version, you get a Fox character thing. So it's got the controller that it's a special Joy-Con grip, right? You slide your Joy-Cons in it, and it's got the little thing on it, and then you put your ship on it. So you set your ship down on it, and that's the ship you're using, right? And then you put I guess you put your pilot down first, and the different pilots will have different, I don't know, abilities or something, right? So you put your pilot down, and then you put your ship down on top of it, and you get some basic pilot from the game, and you get Fox when you buy the Nintendo one, which is why I want it. And then you have like different guns and stuff that you can buy, I guess. And and then you snap them on, and they show up in the game.
I was watching the Ubisoft conference, and this game came up, and I was like, blah blah blah, who cares? Space shooting game. This doesn't look that great. And then I kind of like zoned out, really wasn't paying attention. Then Star Fox came out of nowhere, and I was like, oh, I might have to buy whatever this game is.
Dave, I gotta step away from my computer for half a second. Keep talking. Okay. I can also edit this out when I post it.
Okay. And then, because I wasn't interested in Star Fox, or I was interested in Star Fox, I said, I have to buy whatever this stupid Starlink game is. And then, now John's telling me this is a Toys to Life game, and I don't want a Toys to Life game. I really don't. I'm not interested, but I really like to play Star Fox. I wonder where John went, guys. While John's gone, I will tell you guys you can listen to John and I on Radio Islam. Radio Islam, which people have graciously tweeted us and have decided to start listening to the show all about Islamic culture. And that's a thing. So John will be back, and then I'm going to tell him to edit this out for this point. John, here's your edit point. Bonk.
Sorry about that.
Okay. I mean, you actually don't have to edit this because you came back right when I said you could edit this.
Oh, sweet. I'm going to mark it with a giant cough.
Okay.
So that I know
Sounds good.
Where to randomly see what you said and potentially cut.
I don't think you'll have to. I don't think it's actually that bad.
Oh, well, that's good. This is good radio.
Hi, John.
Hi.
Not going to buy this game. I think I decided.
Because of all this stuff.
Yeah, I don't want it.
So here's the thing: is like part of me really wants the stuff. Like part of me really wants that. Like it's Fox. Like I love Star Fox.
I do too. You know I do.
Yeah. So here's
Star Fox Zero is one of the things that holds you and my friendship together still at this point.
yeah, it's the only thing. Otherwise, we hate each other. So here's what's funny though is like there was that rumor about the retro game that was Star Fox mixed with
Star Fox Grand Prix.
yeah, which there was no word of or anything. I think people were expecting to hear something about that.
Right.
But and then Ubisoft basically makes a Star Fox game. So I don't know. Like I'm torn. It's expensive, and that's the only reason I'm not like for sure jumping in on it. But I want the characters, and I'd end up buying more and more of them, which is the other issue.
God, and see, I have to pre-order it to get 20% off.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. So I don't know. It's in there. It's in my cart. It'll probably come out of my cart, and it comes out in like October. So it's not. It's October 16th or something like that. It comes out.
I can wait. I can wait till Smash.
Yeah. I don't remember what else. Like the other stuff.
Forza comes out that month too.
Because like Mario Party, when does that one come out?
Forza comes out in October. Screw it, I don't need it.
Well, you say that, but is there a? Do they have give a date for Forza?
I thought it was like October 17th.
I don't know that they gave a date.
But I don't know if I'm wrong about that.
Okay, so let's talk real quickly here about Microsoft, and then we'll get the hell out of here. Okay. So I don't know. I'm assuming you guys went through it on the Xbox Drive. I haven't had a chance to listen yet.
We picked our 5 favorite things.
Okay, so that's cool.
So John, I'm curious what your favorite things were. Obviously,
that's a really good question.
I mean, they were the only ones who had a normal conference. So
I like that they that they acquired the studios, and what I really like about this is it's going to mean more first party games, and therefore more stuff showing up day and date on Game Pass, and Game Pass just keeps looking better and better and better, especially to someone like me who has missed a lot of games. A lot more indie games are going to be showing up.
They didn't give a date. I'm looking at the Xbox Drive notes. There's no date listed next to Forza.
Yeah. I was happy they showed that because eventually Forza Horizon 4 is going to come out, and you and Sean can shut up about trying to get me to buy Horizon 3. Although,
if Horizon 4 is not as good as Horizon 3, we will not shut up about you buying Horizon 3.
I have no doubt. I'm really hoping, though, that 3 will just show up on Game Pass sometime soon. Like, that was like probably my biggest disappointment that it wasn't there. But they did, as we were talking about earlier, I mean, they did say, oh, yeah, by the way, here's a little addition, Fallout 4, and The Division and Elder Scrolls Online. Here you go. Here they go. Here they are on Game Pass.
Yeah. So I think they killed it. I think Forza is going to be an amazing game.
I hope so.
And I hope you realize how open worldy fun it is. Dynamic seasons. I'm sorry, I'm looking for the date now.
Yeah, no, I don't think there is. I don't think one's been announced. But I'm still looking forward to Ori and the Will of the Wisps, which once again it'd be day and date on Game Pass.
Forza Horizon 4 available October 2nd, 2019, first day on Game Pass as well.
October 2019?
No. October 2nd, 2018.
Okay, you said 2019. You had me really worried.
Well, everything else is coming out in 2019 except
yeah. So here's the things I'm hoping, and Game Pass is really all I care about because I very rarely buy new games. Although Rise of the Tomb Raider is definitely in my cart for a pre-order because I really want to play that. But I want Cuphead to come out on Game Pass. We Happy Few, I thought looked really, really cool, but I was not going to put money into it. But hopefully that will come out on Game Pass because they bought that developer.
John, did you not buy Cuphead?
No.
You won't like it.
I think I will enjoy it some.
John, do you like Mega Man?
Yes, although it makes me very mad.
No, John, do you like Mega Man at all?
I enjoy Mega Man.
Okay, then you might like Cuphead, but I would call those the same games. Hi, Ryan.
Oh, that was Camille saying goodbye. That's why I had to get up because I'm doing this. Amy's got to take the kids somewhere, and I had not seen her walk by, so I literally had to run in the bedroom and be like, "Aren't you awake?" And she shot out of bed because she was not awake.
Oh.
I don't know. I want to play it, but I have not bought it because every time it goes on sale for like $3 or $4 off, and it's not quite enough discount for me, for someone who is not going to get as much enjoyment out of the game. But I really want to come to Game Pass because then I can play it.
We could share games. I'd let you have it.
Yeah, I know you would. I know
You'd like Cuphead better than me. But I don't like it. It's too hard.
But
it's way too hard.
We Happy Few, I'm hoping that comes out day and date on Game Pass because they bought that developer, producer, or whatever they call those things, that studio.
Depends on whether that's an Xbox, Microsoft Studios exclusive.
Doesn't
afterward.
it have to be? They own them.
Is it coming out on anything else though?
I mean, they own them. I don't think they put stuff out on other places except for a computer when they own the group.
Well, no. Is We Happy Few coming out on PS4? I guess is really the question. Because if it's already coming out on that console, then it's probably not going to happen. But every game they make after that.
Oh yeah, it is. It's on.
Yeah,
it's on
probably
PS4.
not coming. Probably not coming to Game Pass day and date. But we could see they could pull that.
They're
allowed. They're allowed to do that now.
Battletoads, because Rare would be making Battletoads, right? Or because someone else be making it because Microsoft owns Rare and therefore owns Battletoads.
Microsoft owns Battletoads, so anybody can make it.
Okay, well that's going to be a while, but I am excited about Battletoads, even though I've never done very well in those games because they're ungodly hard. I'm still excited for it.
Should be the team that made Cuphead making that game.
Yeah.
That would be neat. Anyway, John, this E3 sucked.
I wouldn't say that. Like, I still enjoyed it.
I want somebody to agree with me about this.
Like, it wasn't great. There was also very low expectations, I think, from a lot of people going in.
I had high expectations from Microsoft. And I got more than I could have asked for.
Yes. But I don't think there was super high expectations from, like, I think a lot of people, like, listening to a lot of podcasts and stuff like that, a lot of the people were like, okay, like there was no big surprises, they think. Like, I don't know, like, enough stuff has already been announced. I already knew that Sony wasn't going to do a whole lot. So I don't think the expectations were all that high across the board.
I just wanted more games.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I don't even need surprises. I just want to see things we haven't. Like things we know that are coming that we haven't really gotten to see.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was hoping for. Like, that was the big thing for me, is I want something that I want to own that I didn't know about and that I really wanted right away. And there wasn't really anything like that. There's a couple indie games I thought looked good, but nothing that I was like, I need this now.
Sessions, I don't really know anything about it. That was kind of a surprise. I want that.
How was that not Skate 4? Like, honestly, how like, you're watching the trailer like, oh, Skate 4, of course. It's not the same. Is it a completely different developer? I mean,
it's not EA.
Oh,
it's
not
right.
an
EA game.
EA
but
made that, huh?
I don't know how the controls are different.
I mean, I would like them to be the same as Skate.
They say each stick controls a different foot, but I don't really understand how that's much different than Skate.
Well, okay, so with Skate though, you had to do a series of movements with one stick to do the trick, and then the other one would do like spins and stuff, right? Now I've tried skateboarding, and I love the sport of skateboarding, and I wish I had learned to do it as a kid. But I had no one around me that also did it, so of course I'm not going to do it by myself. But to do something as much as even an ollie, right? You have to like lift. You have to like pop it with one foot and slide the other, right? So if you are literally controlling your individual feet, one, it could be amazing. but it could also be the hardest thing you've ever played in your life.
Yeah. No, that's my concern when they said
mean,
that too.
Can you imagine having to like pop down on the right stick and on the left stick go down and like swoop to the left up, right? Like
It'll
that's
almost,
what I'm picturing.
it'll almost be as hard as Star Fox Zero.
I didn't think Star Fox Zero was all that hard.
I know it did.
So.
It's just everybody but you and me, John.
All right, Dave, you ready to get out of here?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Why not?
I'm Dave Moore. That's Johnny Casino. You can follow John at Johnny_Casino. You can follow me at DaceSpace. That's DACESPACE. Of course, the show's powered by the DaceSpace Podcast Network, where you guys can get other shows like Radio Islam, and apparently the Parenting Podcast. That's it, John. That's it. Turn this show off. We got to move everybody from this podcast to another. We got to tune that dial to the blah.
Okay. Now
on the Xbox Drive. Go listen to that.
Now I'm hitting this button here. I got to shut you up somehow.
Xboxdrive.com.